Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel Cook with A2M. Today we are going to make a paneer tikka masala. This is a very easy recipe and we'll be doing it step by step. So without further ado, let's look into the ingredients. First we need to marinate the paneer for the paneer tikka masala. So let's look what are the things that we require to make the paneer tikka, because first we'll be making paneer tikka and then we'll be making the gravy, and then we'll combine the paneer tikka and the gravy, and then we'll get our paneer tikka masala. So for this I'm using 250 grams of paneer or cottage cheese. This is homemade paneer. You can also use store-bought paneer, but I like to use homemade paneer because we can adjust salt accordingly, or we can make it unsalted if we wish. So now if you're using salted paneer, make sure that you are using the amount of salt in this recipe accordingly. If you're using unsalted, then you need to add a bit of salt, and if you're using salted, then you need to adjust salt accordingly. And here I'm using curd. This is thick curd. I'll be using around 3 tablespoons of curd, 3 to 3.5 tablespoons of curd. For 250 grams of paneer, you'll be requiring only 3.5 tablespoons of curd. And here are the spices. So now I'm using around 3 tablespoons of Kashmiri red chili powder. This is going to be slightly on the spicier side. This is turmeric powder, and then 1 teaspoon of zira powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 tablespoon of black pepper powder. Now I'm not using garam masala powder because I'll be using it in the gravy, so that's why I'm not using to make the marinade for the paneer. And then I'll also be using around 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. If you don't have ginger garlic paste, you can also use ginger paste and garlic paste separately. So now let's start the marination. I'm now putting 3 to 3.5 tablespoons of curd. Now it depends on the quantity of your curd and the quality of your curd. If your curd is thick, then you need 3.5 tablespoons. If it is a bit runny, or if your curd is thin, then you can add 3 tablespoons. I've added chili also, and now I'll add the ginger garlic paste and all the spices into it. Now you can also adjust the spices according to your taste and preference. This is the random and this is the standard taste that I'm going to show you, and you can always adjust the spices like the red chili powder and or the garam masala powder according to your taste and your preference. We'll mix it slightly. Now I'm not using oil in this marination because I don't prefer oil in the marination, but if you want to use oil in the marination, or lemon for that matter. Now my curd is a bit sour in taste, so that's why I'm not using lemon. If your curd is sweet, then you can add a few drops of lemon into it. After this we'll be adding the paneer, and now we need to add the paneer carefully and gently. Firstly, as this is homemade, so it will be a bit tender, so it will be a bit soft, so you need to handle gently and carefully, and if you handle it carefully, the paneer will not break. As you can see, our paneer is marinated. We'll keep it aside for 30 minutes or so until the paneer is properly marinated. Let's take a look at the ingredients that we need for the gravy. I'm using 2 medium onions here and 6 medium tomatoes. So the onion to tomato ratio is very important here in paneer tikka masala or in shahi paneer or any paneer like the gravy types. I'm using here 1:3 ratios. For shahi paneer it will be 1:2, as I've already made the video. If you haven't watched it, I'll put the link in the description. Here I'm using 1:3 ratios. So for 2 medium onions I'm going to use 6 tomatoes. And after this I'm also using 1 tablespoon of ginger and 1 tablespoon of garlic. This is chopped ginger and garlic. If you don't have, you can use paste also. 7 to 8 cashew nuts. And now here I have some ground spices and some raw spices. So for the raw spices, I'm using 2 bay leaves and 1 tablespoon of royal cumin or shahzira, 1 inch cinnamon stick, 7 to 8 cardamoms, and 3 cloves. And now for the ground spices, I'll be using salt, red chili powder 2 teaspoons, turmeric powder 1 teaspoon, and I'm using cumin powder, coriander powder, and garam masala powder. This is it for the ingredients. Now let's start the making process. I've heated up a wok, and now I'll be adding oil into it. I'll be adding around 3 large tablespoons of oil. Now if you need to use butter, if you want to use ghee, you're free to use, but I prefer oil, so I'm using oil in this. And after the oil is heated up a bit, I'm going to add all the raw spices, and I'm just going to give it a few seconds until the spices are well combined and the aroma is well out of the spices. And then I'll add the onions, and I'll cook the onions until it is translucent. We won't cook the onions till it is brown in color, because the gravy will become brown then. That's why we need to cook the onions until it is translucent. As you can see, my onions have turned translucent. They are just pale pink color, so that's the perfect time when we are going to add our other ingredients, which is 1 tablespoon of ginger and 1 tablespoon of garlic. As I've said earlier, that if you don't have chopped ginger and garlic, you can always use ginger garlic paste. And now I'm going to give it a quick stir until the ginger and garlic is well combined. And after this, we'll be adding the tomatoes. Now we need to cook the tomatoes until they are a bit mushy, without water. We are not going to add even a drop of water, because we'll cook it in the tomato water, and then we'll add a dash of water in this. As you can see, our tomatoes have mushed a bit and they have become a jam consistency. At this stage, we are going to add just a dash of water, and then we'll just cover the lid, and then we'll cook it for around 10 to 15 minutes on medium to low flame until the tomatoes are properly mixed. And here I'm going to fry the paneer, or I'm going to grill the paneer. I've added a bit of oil, just a little bit, and then I'll add all the paneer pieces, and I'll let it cook for around 2 to 3 minutes on high flame at one side, and then I'll flip it again. Now my paneer has been cooking for 3 minutes on one side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly flip it. I will just rotate it and so that the paneer leaves the surface, and then I can easily flip it around. And again, after flipping it, I'm going to cook the other side for 3 minutes until we get a little bit of hard coating on the paneer. After this, I'm going to remove the paneer on a plate. Now make sure you do this very slightly, because the paneer is soft, so there is a chance that it can break. As you can see, I've properly grilled the paneer. I've cooked paneer properly and it's so soft and tender. Now we'll keep it aside and take a look at the gravy. Now actually I forgot recording, and I've added turmeric powder, salt and red chili powder, and also I've added cashew nuts, and I've let it cook for around more 5 minutes. So our tomato paste and our onion tomato paste is properly cooked now. And now we are going to grind this paste into fine paste, and then we'll strain it. So now again I've heated up a wok, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. I've already grinded the paste and I've strained it completely, because we need a smooth gravy for this paneer tikka masala. And now I'm going to add all the 3 ground spices: cumin powder, coriander powder and also garam masala, and I'm just going to stir it a bit until we get a nice aroma of these 3 spices combined. After around 1 minute, I'm going to add the strained gravy into it, strained paste into it, and then I'm going to stir it. So now we need to cook this gravy for around 10 to 15 minutes on medium flame or medium to low flame, and eventually in between we are going to add water little by little. We need to adjust water according to the consistency of the paste. So we need to add little by little water in between. As you can see, my gravy has been cooking for 15 minutes, and as you can see, it has changed its color, and it has become glossy, and the oil has been separated. I've added around half a cup of water altogether in batches, in different batches. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the paneer into this gravy. gently, and I'm going to just mix it around 1 to 2 times gently and let it cook for another 5 minutes until a little bit of oil separates on top of it. Make sure we are just mixing it slightly and not vigorously because the paneer can break. So we'll just mix it lightly and then I'll leave it to cook around for 5 minutes on high heat. As you can see, our gravy is almost ready. And now this is a small touch that I do in my paneer tikka masala. I've heated up butter in a small pan and I've added slit green chilies into it, and then I'm going to cook the green chilies. We just need to cook it till the green chilies are nicely colored. And now I've removed the paneer tikka masala into a bowl, and I'll add the green chili butter oil that we have prepared earlier on top of it. Trust me, this takes the paneer tikka masala to a new level. So this is it, guys. Thanks for watching. This is my recipe for paneer tikka masala. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.